TaskFlow's front end is done. React components, state, routing, the whole UI, but where does the data actually live? Right now, tasks vanish the moment you refresh the page. There's no server, no database, no API. It's time to build the backend, and that starts with Node.js. For decades, JavaScript only ran in the browser. Node.js changed that. It took JavaScript out of the browser and put it on the server so you can use one language for your entire stack. In this video, you'll learn what Node.js actually is, the V8 engine and libuv, the event loop, and why Node is non-blocking, the core modules, the file system, path, and the process object, environment variables with process.env and dotenv, the REPL, NVM for version management, and package.json in depth. By the end, you'll create TaskFlow's backend project from scratch, set up package.json, and wire up environment config. So what is Node.js? It is not a programming language and it is not a framework. Node.js is a runtime. It's a program that runs JavaScript outside the browser. At its core sits V8, the same JavaScript engine that powers Google Chrome. V8 takes your JavaScript and compiles it straight to machine code, which makes it fast. But V8 alone only understands JavaScript. It can't open files, talk to the network, or read from the system. That's where libuv comes in. Libuv is a C library that gives Node its superpowers: file system access, networking, and the event loop. Put them together, V8 runs your JavaScript, libuv connects it to the operating system, and Node.js is the result. Because it's just JavaScript, you write your server in the same language as your front end. The same developer who built TaskFlow's React components can build its API. No context switching between languages. One mental model for the entire stack. Here's the single most important idea in Node. It is single-threaded but non-blocking. Most traditional servers use one thread per request. 1,000 users means 1,000 threads, each one waiting around for the database to respond. Node takes a different approach. It runs your JavaScript on a single thread, and instead of waiting, it delegates slow work and moves on. This is the event loop. When your code hits something slow, reading a file, querying a database, calling an API, Node hands that task to libuv, registers a callback, and immediately continues running other code. When the slow task finishes, its callback is added to a queue and the event loop picks it up. Think of a restaurant with one waiter. A blocking waiter takes your order, walks to the kitchen, and stands there until your food is ready before serving anyone else. Node's waiter takes your order, hands it to the kitchen, and immediately serves the next table. When your food is ready, the kitchen rings a bell and the waiter brings it out. One waiter, many tables, no standing around. This is why Node excels at input-output heavy work, like APIs and real-time apps. But remember, the thread is shared. If you run a heavy calculation that blocks the thread, every other request waits. Node is built for waiting on input-output, not for crunching numbers. Node ships with built-in modules. No install required. You bring them in with require or with import in modern Node. The file system module, fs, lets you read and write files. fs.promises.readFile with await reads a file without blocking. There's also a synchronous version read file sync, but avoid it in a server, it blocks the event loop. The path module handles file paths correctly across operating systems. Path.join glues path segments together with the right separator, whether you're on Windows or Linux. Never build paths with string concatenation. The process object is global. It represents the running node process. Process.rgv gives you command line arguments. Process.exit stops the program, and process.env holds environment variables. Environment variables are how you configure your app without hard coding secrets. Your database URL, your API keys, your port number, they live outside your code. In development, the .env package loads them from a .env file. You write port equals 3000 in .env, call .env.config, and then read process.env.port. The golden rule: never commit your .env file and never hardcode a secret. Configuration lives in the environment, not in the code. Let's talk tooling. Type Node with no arguments in your terminal and you get the REPL: read, eval, print, loop. It's an interactive playground where you can test JavaScript line by line. Great for quick experiments. Next, NVM, the Node version manager. Different projects need different Node versions. NVM lets you install many versions and switch between them with a single command. NVM use 20. A .nvmrc file in your project pins the exact version your team should use. Now the heart of every Node project, package.json. This file defines your project. The scripts field holds command shortcuts: npm run dev, npm run build, npm test. You define them once, the whole team uses them. The dependencies field lists packages your app needs to run. Dev dependencies lists packages you only need while developing, like test runners. The engines field declares which Node version your project supports. The main field points to your entry file. The type field, set to module, switches you to modern import syntax. And the exports field controls exactly what other code can import from your package. Package.json is the contract for your entire project. Let's create TaskFlow's backend. Start in a new folder, Backend. Run npm init-y. That generates a package.json with sensible defaults. Open it and add a few things. Set type to module so you can use import. Add a scripts section. Dev runs node-watchserver.js, which restarts on every change. Start runs node-server.js for production. Set the engines field to node greater than or equal to 20, so nobody runs it on an old version. Next, environment config. Create a .env file. Add port equals 3000 and database URL with your connection string. Immediately add .env to .gitignore, so your secrets never reach GitHub. Install .env with npm install .env. At the top of server.js, import .env/config and your variables are loaded. Create a config.js that reads process.env, validates that the required variables exist, and exports a clean config object. Now your app reads config.port and config.database URL, never process.env scattered everywhere. That's the foundation. A package.json that defines the project, environment variables for configuration, and a clean entry point. Let's recap. Node.js is a runtime that runs JavaScript on the server built on V8 and libuv. It's single-threaded and non-blocking, using the event loop to handle thousands of connections without thousands of threads. Core modules give you file system access, path handling, and the process object. Environment variables loaded with dotenv keep configuration and secrets out of your code. NVM manages node versions, and package.json defines your entire project. And you set up TaskFlow's backend ready for an API. In the next video, we build that API with express.js, routing, controllers, and full CRUD for TaskFlow's tasks. See you in the next one.